But why are they in the senior edition?
Because there were seniors in Rendezvous.
Good point. Hello and welcome to the season finale of Front and Central. I'm Chloe Ammond.
And I'm Greg Haggerty. Today, we'll take a look at our new principal and check out the spring sports districts. But first, last week, the morning announcer for next school year was selected, and Front and Central was at the auditions with judges Lee MacArthur and Jessica Buds.
CHS students and staff will have the opportunity to stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
Those who do not participate may so by someone.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are now able to print IDs.
Congratulations to Sierra Moore on her new position as the Central High School morning announcer. Also to Isabel Grinnell and Gracie Simon on their roles as guest announcers for next year. Students, don't forget about our food pantry. It's in the LMC loft and is open to everyone. If you need some food to help you through these tough exams, don't be afraid to grab some. Ms. Andrea Ballast, Central STEP Program Specialist, and Ms. Jean Peltola, CHS Academic Counselor, were both honored last week as outstanding educators. Central Math teacher Ms. Pam Fortin was also recognized the week before as an outstanding person in education at a separate ceremony. Way to earn bling, ladies. Congratulations to Gavin Carpenter, who placed in the top 25 in the state in the Michigan Mathematics League this summer. The Michigan Mathematics League is a monthly 6-question test given 6 months during the year. Gavin missed only 7 questions total this year. Well done, Gavin. Last Thursday, Ben Bush and Brian Kastner, authors of the books The Long Walk, All the Ways to Kill and Die, and Dust to Dust, stopped by and talked to some CHS students. Here's Jordan Brooks with more info.
Jordan Brooks here for Front and Central. Last week, Central students had the opportunity to listen and talk to a nonfiction writer, former explosive ordnance disposal officer, and veteran of the Iraq War, Brian Kastner.
So that's worth talking about as well. I think just by introduction, though, I'll just tell a little bit about how some of the military background and how I got to writing, and just a little bit about the books is maybe a good way to start. But if you can find truth in making something up, imagine all the truth in things that really happened of the human experience.
Were you ever nervous that they were going to read this and go, that's nothing like me, or?
Oh yes, that's the most nerve-wracking part. I mean, by far. I mean, that's the stakes about writing about real people. Like that, it's actually easier to open up when you know what little part of yourself you're still keeping.
Kastner's latest book, All the Ways We Kill and Die, examines the death of his fellow IED officer and Traverse City resident Matt Schwartz, as well as the development of improvised explosive devices in war. Thanks go out to the Front Street writers for bringing another writer into our school. For Front and Central, I'm Jordan Brooks.
Wow, that seems really interesting. I wish I had the chance to hear them speak.
Yeah, he really does seem like an inspirational guy. Online students. Your online classes will end on June 9th. After that point, you will not be able to work on your class, so get your work done. Now that this school year is coming to a close, most of us will have a lot more time on our hands, and we have to use that time somehow. That brings us to summer jobs. Let's take a look at where people are planning to work this summer.
Okay, so I'll probably babysit this summer, just to make money to buy a car soon. But
I am going to be a hostess at Red Lobster because I need to save up money to buy a car.
I am going to work at Jolly Pumpkin this summer as a busser. I am working to get money, obviously, and it's just a good way to get into the restaurant business.
Yeah, I've been working at Burger King for like a couple months, and why? Because I need money. Nice. My favorite part is probably the people. It makes it really entertaining.
I'm probably going to end up getting a job at Tom's, which is a food market near where I live. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I guess I'll find out when I apply. But pretty much doing it because I'm afraid of getting bored. I need to have a lot of things on my plate at once, otherwise I don't feel alive, you know?
I don't, because almost my entire family will be working and I won't be able to get any rides there. So
I work at Jimmy John's over the summer and sometimes during school, but I'm going to actually get 2 jobs. One of them Jimmy John's, the other I'm going to work at Lardy Orchards. They're wine vineyard, cherry orchard. It's good hard work. It's not the easiest thing you've done, but like if you do a good job, it makes you feel good.
I'm working at Peninsula Grill because I worked there last year and it's really fun.
Yes, I do have a summer job planned because I am pretty much broke. Because I just bought like a bunch of music stuff. And I will be working at the Great Lakes Bath and Body downtown because I actually love the smell of soap and it smells so good. And and all her stuff is made there and organic ingredients too.
Nowhere. No, I don't, because I have to babysit my siblings.
Greg, where will you be working this summer?
Kmart, as always. How about you? You have any summer job plans?
Probably not. I'm going to Europe for most of the summer, and most managers don't really want to employ someone for only a month.
Well, I mean, you're going to Europe though, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, true.
CHS will be getting a new head principal next year if you haven't heard, and our very own Tyler Moreno has the scoop on our new head of school.
This is Tyler Moreno with another special report with the new principal for Central High School next year, Mrs. Houghton. Thank you for joining us, Mrs. Houghton.
Thanks, Tyler, for having me here.
So what kind of emotions are going through your head as you're coming to Central High School next year for the first time?
Yeah, it's a mix of emotions. There's definitely a lot of excitement. I'm excited to get back to the high school. Prior to being at the elementary, I was at the high school and college level for just over 10 years, so I'm excited to get back to this level and excited to work with the kids a lot and kind of get to know the staff and the students here and hit the ground running. But I've been at Westwoods Elementary the last 3 years, and it's a pretty tight-knit community from preschool all the way up to 5th grade, and there's a lot of kiddos and a lot of families over there I'm going to miss, and I miss seeing every day. They get off the school bus and they're pretty fired up to be at school, so it's a great community and I'm going to miss being out there. So mix between the two.
Well, both sound like a lot of fun. I feel like being an elementary school principal and a high school principal would be a lot of fun. So what are the similarities between the two roles?
There's a lot of similarities, actually. There's a lot of characteristics that you're trying to support and grow in people across the board, students and staff, work ethic and self-discipline and respect for others. The conversations look a little different at both the levels, but overall there's some general themes about how do I better my community, how do I better myself, and how do I grow, and what's my role in the community. So it's kind of been a fun ride to see that whole gamut and the whole journey of the education system, and I'm excited to be back at the high school again.
So now that you're at the high school as of next year, what priorities would you like to set as goals for next school year?
Yeah, I think priority number one, thinking about the students, is how do you guys have voice? How do you have input in the school? How do you communicate to us as the administrators, hey, this is going well, this isn't going so well, or we'd like to see this change. You know, what kind of avenues are out there for you guys to intentionally engage in that? It's really important that we have, whether they're lunches with Student Senate or kids dropping by the office or just being out in the hallway and having some conversations. I really want to make sure the students have a voice and are able to shape the culture in the community here at school.
So, as you become the new principal, is there any words you want to say to your new students?
I'm really excited to get to know all of you guys. I hope you have a great summer. We've had great weather and Northern Michigan's awesome, so get out there and enjoy it and rest up and read a little bit over summer or do some math. But it's going to be a great 2016-17 school year. I'm excited.
Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me, and this was Tyler Moreno and our new principal, Mrs. Houghton, for Front Central.
We'd like to extend a warm Front Central welcome to Miss Houghton and wish her luck as she assumes the helm of the good ship Central this summer. If you have signed up for AP Chem next year, make sure you stop by Mrs. King's room, C205, for your summer assignment. If you really do not want to walk up the stairs to her room, it is also on the CHS website. Have you ever wondered what a school superintendent actually does? Well, here's your chance to find out as Front Central's T. Reno talks with TCAP Superintendent Mr. Soma in another totally not cheesy Hanging with the Soup.
Exactly. Good morning. Here. Hello, everybody. How are you? Come on in. Very. person. I can't wait to see what you do next year to top this. Good stuff. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and I mean that sincerely. I speak from.
Welcome to the last edition of Hanging with the Soup for this school year. Of course, we have the soup right here.
Thank you. Good to see you, Tyler. Good to see you again,
Good
buddy.
to see you.
Yep.
So, starting off, is there any cool awards that Central's won recently?
Yeah, so some real cool awards. Central's been recognized by both the U.S. News and World Report and the Washington Post as having one of the top five in percentage terms schools in the state of Michigan.
That's
So in
incredible.
other words, Central High School in the top 5% of schools in the state of Michigan. It's a fantastic award. It recognizes that Central prepares students for their future and prepares all students, not just the top end students, but all students have a great chance at an excellent education here at Central High School.
So where does West fall in that scale too?
So West achieved the same awards, so it's fantastic. What was interesting this year is the U.S. News and World Report and the Washington Post. One had Central higher in one had West, but they were both right around the same level and in that top 5%, and I'm really proud of that. There's some other awards that we were recognized for that you had something to do with.
That is true.
So the Michigan Interscholastic Press Association recognized Front and Central with the Spartan Award.
Do you have any summer plans?
Well, you know, it's funny. In this position, we really never stop. And as soon as the summer hits, we're planning for next year. So we're putting a lot of plans in place, trying to get the school ready for next year. As you know, we've had some changes this past year that we had to implement, and we'll be working to implement those and hit the ground running. Looking forward to the fall, looking forward to see if Coach Sugars and his staff and the team can repeat the success they had this last year. So there's some excitement there, and I'm sure there'll be excitement throughout the school once fall rolls around. But let's enjoy the summer first and the last couple weeks here, get us past that and get a little break.
So it's almost the end of the school year, and
Yep.
did you have anything you wanted to say to all the students that are still here besides the seniors? They're already gone.
Well, one of the things is people might be wondering why I'm wearing these sunglasses. It's because the future's so bright here at Central, you got to wear shades.
That was smooth.
How do you like that? No, I'm really proud of all of the seniors and proud of all of the students here. In fact, today there's a peace rally, and I was out there and we have my peace rally shirt on. It's actually coming out from a very sunny day out there. I decided to keep the shades on to use that analogy.
This was the last time, so
Yep.
I don't have any gifts to give you. But
Well, let's look forward to continuing in the fall. I'll look forward to being back out here. We'll make it bigger and better than ever, and partake in some of the fun things that you have planned for next year. And I know you have a couple things planned. I won't give them away, and we'll look forward to seeing those next year.
this was Tyler Marino and Mr. Soma with Hanging with the Soup the last time.
Peace out. Good job,
That was
man.
great.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that was fun.
All right, good job, guys.
Yeah. Heck, who needs Filkins around?
Well, it was really interesting to see what Superintendent Soma does on a daily basis, and it was a whole lot of fun seeing him at graduation yesterday. Now, with a look at sports, here's Amber Lesarge.
Hey Central, I'm Amber. Last week, our girls soccer team went up against West Thursday night. Let's see how they did. The two teams were tied 0-0 the entire game, sending the battle into overtime. The two teams then played two 10-minute intervals back-to-back, with only enough time in between to change goals. Central came close in the first 10 minutes, but West goalie did a great job of protecting their net. The teams then changed nets and continued to battle it out. At about 5 minutes into the second overtime game, Elena Ahrens scored the winning goal. Both teams were equally matched in skill, but sadly the clock just ran out on our Lady Trojans.
We're definitely bummed with the final score. I would have to say that the score doesn't reflect how well we played and how much work that the girls put into this game. I'm not sure that there was anything that I could pick out that our team did wrong. I think that it's tough to play past 80 minutes of soccer, and we have an extremely strong defense. I think that Abby Weckler, our keeper, played the best game that she's had the entire season. The Ferguson sisters played awesome, and it's just a difficult thing to play that much soccer in one night.
Don't worry, girls. I'm sure you'll get them next year. The Division I track and field state finals were held in Hudsonville on Saturday. TCC's Anthony Berry wrapped up his high school track career with a second-place finish in the 800-meter race. Berry also helped relay team members Devontae Walker, Robbie Morse, and Terrell Solberg set a new school record in the 400 relay. The Trojan boys track team finished 7th in the Division I. Despite a big third inning, the Trojan boys baseball team couldn't hold on to the lead last Friday. The Titans from West came from behind to take their second consecutive district championships 6-5. David Klug pitched a strong game for the Trojans until the 6th inning when the Titans rallied to take the lead. The Trojans have now lost 10 straight to the Titans over the past 4 years. Let's hope that changes next year. Good luck to the Titans as they head to regionals. It was a tough day last Friday for the Trojan girls softball team. The Marquette girls scored 6 runs in the 4th inning and never looked back, posting a 10-0 win over the Trojans in district semifinals.
Feeling pretty sad. I was really upset that we lost. I really thought we had a good chance this year. Especially going to miss the seniors this year. I had really good connection with them. That just wasn't us. We didn't hit very well, but not a lot of errors playing defense, so that was really good, but we just got to hit the ball.
We worked really hard. I feel like we let down the seniors, but we tried our best, and they're just a really good ball club.
I'm a little disappointed in the results of the first game, but we played a good Marquette team and played them hard the first 3 innings, and we let the 4th inning get away from us. So all in all, we've had a great season, and we've had a good learning year for the program. I'm going to miss all the players. The season's done officially, but it's not done for the year. The program has to continue to build, and we'll work on ball through the summer, through the fall, and on in the next spring.
Yeah, they were a really good ball club, and I think that we did really good, but
Their hitting was on point today.
On point. It was on point. And yeah, our hitting, I guess, wasn't on point, but we were, and we looked good. Our dugout was lit.
Marquette went on to beat Alpena for the district title. Alpena had beaten the West Titans to make it to the district championship game. The TC Central varsity tennis team finished 12th in division finals held in Midland over the weekend. The highlight of the action was the play of the #1 doubles team of Isabel Lutz and Yana Beeker. They advanced to the semifinals on Friday, beating teams from Ann Arbor, Pioneer, and Troy in the Midland before losing to Northville in the semifinals on Saturday. I'm Amber Lesarge, and that's all for sports.
Thanks, Amber. As we get closer to the end of the school year, it is time to start thinking about getting a head start on cleaning out your locker and, of course, cram for all those exams.
That's really good advice, Chloe, but it's going to take a professional to clean out my locker. And that's a wrap on Front and Central for the 2015-16 school year.
We hope you have a fantastic summer.
And I'll be back to see you all next year on Season 5.
This has been Chloe Ammond.
And Greg Haggerty. Thanks for watching. And we're done. Finally. It's pretty good, yeah. It's entertaining.